All right, we are live with episode 13 of the Hotel Nerd Podcast. Sorry about the delay. We had a little bit of a technical issue. I'll bring it up right off the top. If you hear a slight echo in the background, just bear with us. For some reason, things are wanting to be contrary tonight. Joining us, as always, is John from Movie Lovers Unite as a co-host.
Hi, everyone.
And JWade from the SEN After. And also, Jay, you and I have been talking just to get this announcement out right off the top. We were scheduled to do the show next week with you, but unfortunately my work schedule went and just fucked everything up, for lack of better words. So we're going to reschedule that tentatively to be determined.
Yep, for sure.
So once I get a free moment in my work schedule, then I'll get in touch and we'll get that squared away.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
Unfortunately, that's the nature of the beast with everything being in chaos, is it throws all this in chaos.
Yep.
So,
definitely.
But hey, it's good to be going back to work. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I saw an interesting thing today that said that if you divide 2020 by 5, it becomes 404, which is a 404 error on the computer. So basically, 2020 is just a big glitch in the matrix.
Interesting.
So, trying to rationalize the bullshit that's been going on lately.
Oh, man. Well, that comet that just passed, I'm sure that might have something to do with it.
What,
you guys heard that? Have you
asteroid?
guys heard that conspiracy theory? I'm not trying to hijack your shit and get into conspiracies, but for real, there's a meteor conspiracy out there. Have you heard about it relating to COVID?
No.
Okay, so there's this huge meteor that supposedly, according to everything I understand, it's real, legit. It was passing by, and it was like a planet ender, right? And so they, I guess, used COVID as an excuse to get everybody to stay inside because they were afraid that the satellites were going to get affected and it would shut down all the systems and shit. They didn't want everybody to freak out, so they used COVID as a cover in order to get people to stay in. And yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know. Now, I believe the Earth is flat, but that one's ridiculous.
not to get political, because I agree with Christian. I don't want to go political.
Right.
Yeah.
After your leader of the free world tells you to inject disinfectant and UV light, anything's possible right now.
Right.
You're right, not to get political, but I didn't hear him say inject anything. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely the way it was taken.
It's the way it was presented. He does need to stay on script, though. But anyway, that's a whole nother thing. He needs to stay on script and take away the fucking Twitter, dude. Come on.
All right, so right off the top, a little bit of breaking news. A little bit of bad, a little bit of good. If you're familiar with The Matrix, Bad Boys, or Sopranos, I'm going to butcher this name, and I'm sorry, because I tried pronouncing it 3 times before we went on air while we were working on the technical issues. Joe Pantoliano, God, I hope I'm getting that right.
I think that's
I'm
right.
sorry.
Yeah, that's actually right.
You mean actually hit it this time?
That's what she said.
Way to go off the rails, John. We're not even 10 minutes in.
Blame it
It's
on my
hard to
ADD.
resist a good she said joke.
Right.
Anyhow, where I recognize him from is he's the chief of the department in Bad Boys. He was hit by a car this morning. And this is reading verbatim from comicbook.com. Star of The Matrix, Bad Boys, and The Sopranos was hospitalized in Connecticut after being struck by a car, TMZ reports. His wife, Nancy Shepard, told TMZ that he was walking with his family on Friday when a Porsche that had been struck by another car came across the road and struck the actor.
Oof.
He was sent through the air and landed on a wooden fence. He suffered injuries, including a gash on his head and damage to his left leg and shoulder. EMTs came to the scene, brought him to a hospital where he received a CAT scan, or a CT scan, excuse me. He has been discharged from the hospital and he is recovering from home with a quote-unquote severe head injury and some chest trauma, but the outlook is good.
Yeah, that's
and he
good.
posted a picture on
Yeah,
Instagram, which I tried to make bigger and I couldn't, but I'll screen share it. But it shows the gash in his forehead. So that,
oh man, that looks nasty.
Oh wow.
Damn, yeah, he was just on the Goonies reunion a couple days ago. I watched.
so yeah, he's had better days.
Yeah, yeah,
Definitely.
he's great, man. I think Matrix is probably the first thing I remember seeing him in. But
I remember
just
seeing
so
him
great.
in Bad Boys, but didn't really know who he was at the time because, I mean, I was a kid when I watched Bad Boys. And then The Matrix came out, and that's where I really remember him from, is the first Matrix.
Matrix came out before Bad Boys.
No,
Bad Boys
The
came out
Matrix
before.
was 99.
I meant that the other way around. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
Yeah, Bad Boys was 95. It was either 95 or 96. Pretty sure it was 95.
95.
And Matrix was 99.
Yep.
All right. I'm terrible with movie years.
With me, I always have like a specific memory of going to a movie, and that's how I remember it from the year. Is because I was like, I remember this event happened here, so therefore, it came out in 1995. That's just an example. But that's just
I remember
how
The
I remember
Matrix
movie
came-
release dates.
I remember The Matrix came out in 99 because it played into the whole bit of the Y2K.
That and also too, Phantom Menace. The trailer was actually attached to
Yep.
that. Attached to the Matrix.
Because that was actually what drove a lot of people in to go see The Matrix.
Yeah, I had not seen all of part 2 or part 3 at all. And last summer I binged all 3 of them in a row. I still don't understand what the fuck happened in 2 or 3.
Trust me,
3,
you're in the
I was just
majority.
so fucking lost, but I just kept going anyway. I was like, man, it's got to make sense eventually.
I was the same way.
This was me watching parts 2 and 3. Just throwing popcorn in my face.
The part 2, I just like the vampires in it and the two brothers, and that was about it. And then it's like
There was
everything was just
Vampires part 2.
yeah.
Okay, since when? I don't remember this.
Yeah, there's actually vampires in the movie.
No, I thought you were kidding.
Okay.
Dude. There's really vampires in the movie?
Yeah, I'm not joking. There is a Christian even addressed it the other day whenever he binged all
Okay.
3 of the Matrix films.
This is my mind going.
But pretty much, if you watch the second and third one, it was like, forget about everything we know from the first one, and let's just butcher the next 2 movies. It's basically what it is.
Yep.
Forget about all the knowledge, all the rules, and let's just butcher our own movie, pretty much.
Yep.
But that's just how I see
Sounds
it.
about right.
Yeah, I don't
And then
understand
let's
what
go
they're
out
going
and
to do
make
for these
Speed
new
Racer
ones
after
they're
that
making.
and make it headache-inducing. I mean, Speed Racer, you need to be on an acid trip to watch it without getting a headache.
I've never even tried to watch that. I don't know. I know
Don't.
nothing about Speed Racer whatsoever, but I just know that it was something that never piqued my interest.
Don't bother.
I remember
Have
watching.
one hell of a migraine coming out of it.
Well, I remember watching the animated cartoon But I never went to the movie theaters to see Speed Racer. I'm like, Speed Racer, Wachowski Brothers, Matrix 2 and 3. No, thank you. That's how I felt. I was like, okay, I already saw how they did it. I had a feeling it was going to be like one of those movies that I just couldn't get into.
I have the same complaint with Speed Racer that I have with Man of Steel.
What's that?
Way too damn bright, and I walked out with a headache. If I walk out with a headache, it's not it's not getting a good review for me if I walk out feeling worse physically than what I did when I walked in. Unless you're like a horror movie and you're trying to make that happen. Then if you make me feel worse than what I did just going in, then you're going to get a better rating. But if you're a superhero movie or a comic book or anime variant and I walk out with a migraine and I walked in feeling fine, never will I ever give those a review to the positive. Because it shouldn't be your goal to make people feel worse.
That's true. That's true. I think we can all stand behind that statement.
Right.
So, I mean,
but
maybe I'm in the minority on that. Maybe we all are, but that's Man of Steel for me was great all the way up until the big light flashes with him fighting Zod in Metropolis. Those light flashes I could have dealt without. You give me all the destruction all you want. People bitch and complain about all the destruction in Metropolis and whatnot. I didn't care. I was loving the shit out of that.
Me too.
You went and you did a big bright white blast and it's like, nope. That's where you lost me because that's where I started getting a headache. You had me until that. I would never stand by Man of Steel because of that. And maybe I'm dead set wrong on that. And maybe Riley would like to have words with me about it. And maybe Christian would too. I don't know. But that's where I stand. Invite me on SEN and I'll duke it out with them. So
You see, with me, I love Man of Steel, so I actually see a problem with it, but at the same time, I enjoyed the hell out of it. But that's why movie.
I'm not saying that I didn't enjoy the movie because I did.
Right.
It's just that one part it's a deal breaker.
Right.
I was disappointed with Batman versus Superman.
I was too.
That movie was a shit show.
Yeah, it's terrible.
But I did like the director's cut over the theatrical cut. I did like that better.
Oh yeah,
that was a better viewing experience.
Like that better.
I think I've only seen
that's the one that should have been put out in theaters, not the bullshit that we got.
Right, because all it was just like sections of a movie that was spliced apart from each other that didn't make any sense at all.
They did one thing right in that movie that I will like bar none, 10 for 10, perfect on. And that was the introduction of Wonder Woman.
They did a fantastic job with that.
Her was spot on, just perfect. Just kind of sprinkled her in a little bit throughout, and then all of a sudden you hear the Wonder Woman music hit, that the guitar riff, and then they reveal her, and it's like, okay, I'm behind this. Like I can hear that music in my head right now as I'm talking about it. That's how good, that's how memorable, and that's how palpable that moment was for me. So
I agree with you on that.
Right, that was it.
But you know how you were talking about earlier about the actor that got ran over? The writer for Child's Play passed away. The original Child's Play passed. One of the writers did.
Oh, damn.
I saw that. I just didn't get around to reading the article.
I didn't either. One of my fans of my movie page and everything went on ahead and posted it on my wall before I could get around to seeing it and everything because I had to come over on here. But it just makes me sad that he wound up passing away because I wonder if this TV series off of Sci-Fi is going to be looking different than what we were expecting. Because they are talking about making a Child's Play TV show based off the original Child's Play movies
And
and everything. So I'm wondering if that time's going to be different.
I wasn't really a fan ever of the Child's Play movies. And as much as I'm a Mark Hamill fan, I live, die, breathe Mark Hamill. I did not watch the new Child's Play, even though it had Mark as Chucky. And I just, because the property is not, I don't like the property.
You see, with me, I like the original Child's Play, and I like Part 2. And then once they started going with Bride of Frankenstein type of feel with it, that's whenever I kind of drew away from it. But, you know, Mark Hamill was not enough for me to go ahead and say, you know what, I think I want to see this remake. Mm-hmm. I'm like, you're going to have to sell me more on that than just having the voice actor.
I mean, I love Mark and everything that he does, but...
Especially after Last Jedi, and I'm not knocking on anything, I'm just saying for me personally, after that movie, I feel like he was so underused and used so poorly for my taste that it didn't resonate for me like, oh dude, that's Mark Hamill, I gotta go see it. That movie it staled him a little bit for me. So I mean now, you know, if my childhood hero Luke Skywalker had been amazing, if they had done an amazing job with his character in that movie, in my opinion, again, then perhaps I would have been super excited, or at least somewhat excited to watch the new Child's Play. But I don't know, he wasn't a big enough draw for me at that point in time, personally.
And
I feel you on that one.
Yeah, I totally agree with that too. And on that note, segue into our first topic is I have been listening to the audiobook of episode 9 and wanted to do a little bit of book versus film comparison. As far as I know, I'm the only one that's listened or read the book here in this group. And I will say the book far outshines the film. Like, this should have been everything that was in the book should have been on the screen. It would have explained so much stuff. Why they didn't do this and give us like a 3.5-hour epic to end the saga.
Yeah.
Which could have been done. Could have been done because this was pristine compared to the film. When I watch the film now after listening to the book, I envision in my mind shit that was supposed to have been done, and it actually makes the movie better for me. Granted, I know not everybody's going to do that, and I don't expect everybody to do that. I'm not going to be one of these people to say, well, if you want the details, go read the book. Granted, there are some things, like the Harry Potter franchise, bar none, I'll say, if you want the details, go read the damn books. Because those movies did nothing to give them credit. I will say movie 1, movie 7 did the best. No, take that back. Movie 1, 6, and 7 did the best at translating the Harry Potter books into film. That franchise, I will tell everybody, if you've seen the franchise, to go and read the books. Because, bar none, better. Otherwise, Star Wars, I won't do that because there's way too much content to digest to get story.
Yeah.
To your point about Luke, about him being underused in 8, and episode 9, the movie, he was underused terribly. He should have been in that so much more. And in the book, he is literally in it from beginning to end. He bookends the book. And he's pestering the shit out of Leia the entire book. He is being the big brother, and he's pissing her off the entire book.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been hard to show, though.
It's great. Because him going, Leia, it's time. You have one more thing to do. And he's saying this all throughout the book. And she's like, Luke, shut the hell up. Not yet. And we all know what that one last thing to do is. We see it in the movie.
Yep.
But he's pestering her from start to finish. They revealed how Leia figures out Rey's lineage. They go a little bit more in depth on the Luke Leia training segment that happens in the film. They go more like by a country mile. They go more into detail on Palpatine and the Force dyad, and it's we should have got 3.5 hours of epic, instead of what was it, the 2.5 hours of shit.
Now I got a couple questions about the book. How did Leia find out about Rey's lineage?
Basically, it was transferred to her, the way I was understanding it, because this happens pretty early in the book, where she kind of is like talking to herself, and like in her, you know how like if you're having a thought, you hear your own voice in your head type deal, where she basically has the information transferred to her through the Force that, hey, she's got darkness. And this is where the darkness is coming from. It's never specifically said that she knew that she was a Palpatine. You know, spoiler alert for anybody who didn't watch the film. Because they give it away completely in the film. So if you didn't see the film, fuck you. I don't care. It's been out. It's on Blu-ray. It's been out on Blu-ray for a while now. So if you didn't see it, you don't plan on seeing it, shut the hell up. Anyhow, they don't specifically, she doesn't mention the name Palpatine in her head, but she notes that Rey has darkness and impatience within her, which you see through the film. She definitely shows that through the film. But the greatest thing about the book part is you actually get to hear the conversation within the characters.
All right.
So, like, they might have conversations with Joe Blowsacks on whatever planet, and then go back to the Millennium Falcon and be like, oh, should have done this differently, or why do I feel like they kind of like inner monologue with themselves a little bit. And that's what Leia does when she sees Rey struggling to do the I'm one with the Force is with me type moments.
Right.
And so without saying it outright, it's inferred heavily that she already knows. And then obviously later in the movie and also later in the book, Luke goes and says, by the way, Leia knew that you were Palpatine. I knew you were Palpatine. It's obvious that you were a Palpatine. We felt this before. So
now, in speaking of Palpatine, I'm confused on the. Well, maybe not confused, but I'm just not clear. Now, was Snoke a completely different person, or was Snoke failed clones of Palpatine?
They don't say that he's failed clones of Palpatine. They say that he was created by a Palpatine.
All right. All right.
So he's artificial life.
Right on.
All right.
None of it makes any sense to me, but right on.
Well, if it's really deep cut, like if you're hardcore into Star Wars, you'll understand that Palpatine. I mean, it's no secret. Palpatine loved clones. Case in point, episodes 1 through 3. Other than episode 1, the clones are heavy-fisted throughout. He loved clones. And so it makes sense that if he's doing this with clones, he's going to do it with himself because he knows eventually he's going to get overthrown. Because I'm sure he can see it or sense it in the Force, whatever you want to say. and he goes and tries to make another body just like himself to be able to transfer, because there is forced transference, and they actually go into that in the book, where they actually go back to Return of the Jedi in the book as he's falling down the shaft and doing it from his perspective, seeing Vader up there with the lightning arcing through his helmet, and as he's falling, and flashing back to him and Plagueis when he killed Plagueis, and Plagueis wasn't able to do full transference, but Palpatine did right before he made the impact and the explosion happens. So
Right on.
they explain that away.
Yep.
They explain that away to go back to the beginning of the book or the beginning of the film to say, this is why I'm here. This is why I'm alive.
Right.
And by the way, I'm in a clone body.
Very
Because
interesting.
Kylo's the one that figures out that he's a clone. Because he's seen all the technology before. Because it mentions that Kylo was studying Sith ways and trying to study Sith relics and came across all the Sith technology that's being used on Palpatine at that moment. It's like he puts two and two together. It's like, oh, duh, I'm not stupid. He's a clone.
Yeah.
He just happens to have that Emperor's soul on it, and the Emperor's soul is too powerful for the body, hence why he's deteriorating and looks like he's half skeleton. He looks like he's the Emperor and Skeletor mashed together.
True. And I also don't believe that was just a friend kiss at the end. That's a bunch of bullshit, man. They totally fucking wanted to do each other in Star Wars world. I don't know how you would do that in the Star Wars world. Maybe intercourse is the same as intercourse here. I don't know. But maybe some kid-friendly version of it over the clothes. I don't know. Somebody stop me because I'm going way off the fucking tracks here.
Well, they do... They refer to that kiss as a... What was that? Kiss of...
Gratitude?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Appreciation, gratitude,
and then
or something.
Right after that, there's actually one more conversation between Rey and Kylo that isn't in the film. And it's not him and her talking like physically one-on-one. He's already dead and gone, body's disappeared, blah, blah, blah. And as she's walking out of the Sith ruins, or Sith temple, whatever the hell you want to call it, she has a vision of him, and he goes, I'll be with you always. And then she says something back, and then that's the final conversation between her and Kylo. So
I don't know, man. I don't know.
To add a little bit of flavor at the end, when she's there on Tatooine, right? And she buries the first, it says about Luke and Leia showing up. And when the lady asks her what her last name is, she looks at Luke and Leia like she does in the film, but where in the film nothing's said. Luke goes and says to Rey, go ahead, Rey, it's yours. Meaning, take my last name. You've earned it.
Nah.
What a cop-out, man. That's so... Anyway, I'm... trying not to Hulk out right now on your show, guys. That
just goes to show you that...
I don't know.
That just goes to show you the direction that Kathleen Kennedy wanted to go on.
Yeah.
She has one direction, and all of a sudden she goes into a whole different direction. And I think that is just something that they need to go down and sit down with her on. It's like, look, you presented it this way to the fans. You need to go on ahead and present it that way on the screen. Do not try and change it to the way that it needs to be changed during production or anything. Let your stamp be your final word before production even begins.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I feel. I just feel like they need to just go on ahead, quit changing things up during production or pre-production, and just go on ahead and everything and go off of what she said that she was going to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest, the book actually feels like it's the draft or it's the script completely unedited. That's what the book feels like.
Wow.
Because it's
Sounds
very
like a shame.
detailed. It's very layered in detail.
Well, I don't know. I just kind of wish, looking back at all of it now, I just kind of wish they would have done the original trilogy and then just left it at that. I mean, I really enjoy. I enjoy the story, like the main plot points of the prequels, but they're just not up my alley. And then I don't understand the plot points of the new trilogy. But
the biggest issue of the prequels was politics heavy.
Yeah. See, I like the politics shit. That was really interesting.
But a lot of people didn't like that. I know I didn't like that.
Right.
Fair enough.
It kind of reminds me of a Tom Clancy film in a way, the way that they did the prequels. In a certain sense, with the whole entire and the whole thing with the politics.
Dude,
in a certain sense.
Imagine a Star Wars politics-centered show written by Aaron Sorkin. Dude, give me that shit.
I would actually
watch that.
I would give that a shot.
Yeah, I would too.
I'd watch the hell out of that.
I'm not saying that I would like it, but I would at least give it a shot. I would give it at least a good 10 episodes run just to give it a shot.
Yeah.
Not saying that I would like it, because Star Wars and politics,
Yeah, I don't know. It is all Jar Jar's fault, though. We know that, right? It's all his fault. He's the one who gave Palpatine the power.
Yep.
Fair enough.
He gave the Cheeto,
I can't stand Jar Jar.
Cheeto in Chief the power.
Yeah.
I can't stand Jar Jar.
I know.
Jar Jar Beaks are so stupid.
Terrible. I still want to see that character's death on screen.
I want to just turn around and says, Misa think you should die now. Like, why did he have to take the Padawans out? Why can't he just take Jar Jar out?
Very true. Very true.
I've been okay with that.
I mean,
and I'm not caught up on. I've still not watched episode 11. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No disrespect to the actor at all.
Right.
He did the best of what he could do.
Right.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, I've not seen episode 11 yet of the Clone Wars, but I know what's going to happen, and I'm looking forward to it so much.
It is soul crushing.
I can't wait. I want to see this so bad.
I want to see. I'm not going to say it. I want to see if you notice it and get back to me on Twitter or even on Facebook, because you're part of the group and the page now. Let me know if you see something that happens with Rex.
All right, will do.
It's really quick,
All
and
right.
it happens right as 66 is declared.
Damn. Yeah. This is going to be soul crushing, dude. I can't wait.
Yeah,
I'm a Sith guy, so I'm like,
you know
Order 66 all over again.
Yeah, you know it's coming because everything's built to that moment. I'm just curious to see where 12 ends and how long 12 is. Because I got a feeling that 12 could be an hour episode.
That would be great.
I got that sense that it could go that way, but how far do they want to go after Sith? Because they're right there.
Yeah.
Hold on.
You all right over there, John?
Yeah, fine. And I don't have a laptop or anything, so I'm having to hold. I'm having to hold my tablet and everything, so that's what's going on.
All right. I was wondering.
So.
It looked like you had a little earthquake or something going on over there.
Yeah, it's just me holding it, so that's the only thing that's.
Oh, so what you're saying is you're Kate Mulligan it.
Pretty much.
Hell yeah.
I need to get me one of those stands that holds everything.
I haven't reached my quota of SEN references yet today, so.
But I'll be right back. I just have to do something.
Okay, well that's fine. If we're
Give
still
me 1
talking what we're
second.
going to talk about next, then we'll
That's
get
fine.
you in on it.
That's fine, man. It's not gonna take me long. I just have to switch up.
Okay.
All right. All right. All right.
All right. So what I was going to do next is a little thing that actually happened that involved me. Trying to remember what day it was. What was it? Wednesday, I
think
believe
it was Wednesday.
And I tried to get him on the show, but unfortunately he's not feeling well. So
get to feeling better.
Larry, or as you're known on SEN, Lawrence, and I had one hell of a battle, seeing who could uptake who on the Schmobot for today, and it kind of bankrupted both of us.
Oh yeah, it was amazing. It definitely stole the show, in my opinion.
Yeah, you know it's good when Christian starts talking about it.
Yeah. That was a fun day anyway. But yeah, that just added to it, and all you guys who rock the shit out of the Schmobot, man, it's really cool. It definitely adds to the show. It doesn't add to the show. It is a vital part of the show now, so it's really cool. All you guys that rock that thing. Yeah, although I just realized it's been a while since we've heard from Anthony, hasn't it?
Yeah, I haven't heard nothing from Nugent. I haven't even seen him active on Twitter.
Yeah, man. Hope he's doing all right.
And I can't even remember what the last topic was that he was even talking about. Now I think about it. It's been too long.
Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks at least. Yep.
All right. There you are, John.
Hey, you look right to me now.
Well, I've always been wrong to some people, so it's good to be right for once.
Hell yeah.
We were talking about the Twitter battle that I had this past week, or not the Twitter battle, the Schmobot battle that I had this week.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
I'm actually caught up on all my.
What are your thoughts on that, John?
I thought it was a funny face-off, funny little bit that you guys were actually doing between yourselves. It's like, okay, Christian's trying to have his bit, and then you're trying to squeeze in your bit. So it's everyone's trying to get a bit in, but no one can actually do anything. So I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah.
It became the Hotel Nerd SEN Live show, pretty much.
Well, don't forget Lawrence Lease, too.
Yeah, Lawrence. Yeah, that's another thing, too. It became
part of what it is. I have foregone a conclusion. And I'm going to tag Christian in this, and I'm going to tag him, and I'm actually going to write this time down right now. So as I'm saying this, we are just a little over 38 minutes in to the show. But we're basically filling in for the people that aren't there at the table. So basically, that's the way I feel that Lawrence and I were doing. We were filling the 2 slots at the table. We just need one more person to fill in. Or no, we need 2 more people to fill in. We need one for Ben, and we need one for RV3.
Yeah.
So
I would be that. I'll definitely be doing that if my time schedule actually matched in with the show and everything. But with my work schedule and everything, it just doesn't pan out the way I want it to because of the time difference and also that.
Yeah, I mean that I just happen to think of that off the top of my head. Is like we're filling in for anybody that's not there. we are the extra talking heads in the room.
Yeah. It'll be great to get the crew back in there, though.
The difference is where their talk, they can talk whenever they want and not have to pay $20 every time.
Yeah, that's true.
I would like to be one of those people that goes up to Christian and be like, "Here's $20. Do an impression for me of Arnold."
When this whole I'm writing this one down too. When this whole coronavirus bit breaks, right? He needs to pull a Jimmy Kimmel or any of these late night talk show hosts that do this to where they go on the street, and Brett would be perfect for this. Go out on the street, right? and just have him walk the street and see if people would actually do that to him.
And then another
Just
thing too,
have
is
him talking about random shit and talk like Anaconda Brett or this new character that he's got. I can't even pronounce the name of.
Ze Flirten Flaus.
The one that I can't stand.
What?
I like. Oh my god!
Flirten Flaus?
No, I don't like it. I get it, but I don't like it.
You should have saw the look on his face whenever I showed him the picture.
I don't even know what to say right now, man. I'm flabbergasted.
Like when I showed him the picture of Brett's hair whenever he first shaved it, he goes, "I don't get it."
What?
I'm like, yeah.
I love it so much. Sometimes I'll be driving down the road in my car, and in my head I've got this. I got my own techno beat because they've got the song that they play on SEN Live, but in my head the beat is more like boom, 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 and I just hear za flirten, Flaus, and I just I'll do that for like 3 or 4 minutes over and over again.
They need to go on ahead and put that on iTunes.
Yeah, for sure, that would be great.
I would love to have that as a ringtone for my phone.
That would be so good.
Or just going in and tweet Rammstein and go ahead and get Rammstein to go on ahead and have them sing certain floss. I think I would love to actually hear them sing that song. I would pay Rammstein. I would actually go to a Rammstein concert just to hear that song.
Yeah, I know. They play the techno, but what I hear is like some metal, like exactly like that.
Rammstein.
Yeah.
I hear a little bit of Du Hast in that song.
Yes. Exactly. That's what I had in my head when I would do that. Zay. There's like 4 spellings of it. Ze Flirten Flaus is in the house. Hotel Nerd does not like Ze Flirten Flaus.
Chris does not like the flirt.
I can see it now.
Was our neighbor.
I can see it now. I'm going to tag Christian in this, and they're going to talk about this on Monday, and they're going to bash the shit out of me. I see it.
You're not going to bust your balls with it.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? It's all in good jest.
Yep.
So, hang on. I'm making a note here so way when I tag Christian that I have a few moments that he can watch, because I know he doesn't watch all of everything because he can't. There's too much.
Yeah,
there's
so much stuff out there.
What I want to do is I want to see him watch The Thing finally. That's what I want. I can't wait to see that.
You know, I've given up on that, and I'll say why. Because I've heard him say maybe 4 times that he, and actually I'm going to write this one down too, because I'm calling you out, Christian. I can recall at least 4 times that he went and
I'm sorry,
said,
all of our videos out on my end.
Oh, I still have everybody.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Well, then cool. There it is. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's fine. Hang on. I'm writing and talking here at the same time. I can't chew and walk at the same time, so bear with me. All right. Jay, you still with us?
Yeah.
All right. I think you're the one that's freezing up a little bit on us.
Yeah, he's frozen a little bit. There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Cool.
Anyhow, I'm calling Christian out on this, where he's saying that he's going to watch The Thing, right? And at least 3 or 4 times I've heard this. And now he's saying, what is it, 5,000 subscribers to Twitch?
4,000.
If I remember correctly. As soon as he hits 5,000, he's going to push that to 10.
He's going to keep pushing it off, probably, now that you think about it.
Yep.
He is probably going to.
I'm calling him out on this. I'm calling out your shit there, Christian. I'm calling your bluff.
Well, he does the same thing I do. When someone recommends something, I said, "Yeah, I'm going to check it out." And sometimes I don't even go and check it out.
No,
So
I've got a theory. I got a theory going back to last year that I think Christian not only has already watched The Thing, I think he's already watched The Thing a long time ago. Like, I mean, I'm talking 10, 15, 20 years ago. And I think at this point it's just become a bit. Now,
Right.
My theory could be wrong, but that's my theory.
I still loved it when it was on Collider Live and goes, "Hey, guess what I watched today?" What?
Yep.
The Thing? Nope. Do. It's like, wah, wah,
Yeah, because
wah.
wasn't it Makuga that started it?
I can't remember that.
I think it was
Me either.
Makuga that started it, if I recall correctly. Because Makuga, for some reason, I can hear Makuga saying, where Christian goes, "Guess what I watched this weekend?" And he goes, "The Thing." You're like, "Nope, I watched this, and this."
Womp, womp, womp.
Good time.
Yep. I did watch a couple of episodes of Eating History with Josh Makuga.
I haven't got around to watching them yet because right now I'm working on getting stuff off my DVR.
It was actually pretty good. I mean, they went into the whole entire thing where they were actually drinking expired beer.
I like watching those shows once a bunch of them came out and then just back to back.
Right. I recorded at least 3 and just watched 3 episodes back to back. And one was when he was eating beer, drinking beer, expired beer. And I forgot the whole entire history bit about what the beer was about and everything, but I remember that. And about how horrible the beer actually tasted even before it was expired.
Damn.
It was one of those beers that it pretty much didn't make any profit at all.
Oh.
Because of how horrible it was.
Oh, we lost Jay.
Come back.
And I'm going to send him another invite here real quick. I don't know what happened there. He just dropped out completely.
I guess he didn't like the fact the beer wasn't good.
Yeah, it happens. Oh, there he is.
Oh, he's back.
He's back.
Hey.
And now we'll see if this works. Yes, it does. So now I can have the logo up without cutting anybody's head off. All right. I'm realizing something here. We're pulling an SEN trope. We're going down a rabbit hole.
Yeah, we're not even meaning to do it at all.
We haven't even hit the main topic yet. We're almost an hour in.
Wait, we had main topic?
I know, right?
Oh, man.
Shut it, Brett.
Y'all can blame me. I do the same exact shit on my show, man. I go so far off the fucking rails sometimes. Hey, Christian even called us out because we talked 45 minutes about shit that had nothing to do with SEN before we even got to SEN. And that was after I cut out 15 fucking minutes of the conversation, too.
It's like Tamika and we did my podcast the other night, and I'm over there doing Cartman impressions. And everything. I'm like, yeah, I just be bad. You say over here, and I say over here. And she's just busted out laughing. And then next thing you know, we went into a whole entire bit with just different characters. I'm like, okay, this is not what I wanted to do. It's like, stay on target.
Once everybody starts getting into a better place, we need to really hunker down and work on the hotel nerd, motel geek bit. That would
be funny. I would love to see that.
Me too.
Yeah, John's going to be motel geek. I'm going to be hotel nerd. Jay, if you want to, I'll make you hostile dork.
Hostile dork. Holy shit, man. Hostile or hostile? Like hostile or hostile?
Hostel, like as in like a dwelling.
That's not as fun, but I'll take it anyway. I've stayed in a hostel before, but don't get me started on that. I went to Amsterdam once, and it was great. But I'll talk about that crazy shit for hours.
Yeah, so John and I are going to start working on a bit. If you want in on it, we'll get you in on it.
Yeah, man. Talk to me later on. We'll have to see what we can get going on.
We want to try to do something with Airbnb as well, but haven't figured that one out yet. So we're trying to hit all of our bases here.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of hitting on bases, and this is going to go down another rabbit hole real quick. I saw a picture. I don't know when it was taken, but the person's jersey name was Who, and he was on first. And somebody said it took like over 100 years or however long baseball's been around for, and said it's only taken all this time, but it finally happened. Who's on first?
Actually, who's on second?
Oh, okay. Well, it's been a long time since I heard the jokes. It's gonna be a little bit.
I don't know. I can't remember. That might not be right. I can't remember, but I do love that fucking bit. It's
whatever it is.
Well, I think it's who's on first. No, who's on second. What's on first? I don't know what's on first. It's just I don't know, dude. It's so good though. But anyway, now you got me going off the rails again.
All right, now to our main topic and the big what the fuck of the week. That could probably be a segment, actually, the what the fuck of the week.
Yeah.
The way the 2020's been going. I'm sure everybody's heard this by now. Universal released Trolls. It did mad money on VOD. And basically, AMC and Regal are taking their ball and going home. That's the basic gist. That's the very playground, kid-oriented, friendly version of this whole bit. Granted, I have to laugh, and Christian brought up a great name. This is a horrible acronym for I can't remember what it stands for, but NATO, and it deals with film.
Yeah.
Like,
National Associations of Theaters or something. Theater operators or some shit. Yeah, it was weird. Because at first I'm like, what the fuck does NATO have to do with shit?
Well, I think Christian even had that moment. Like, wait,
yeah. What? But yeah, that whole thing, I don't know. We talked about this last night on SEN After Live, and
granted, the word cahoots is great.
Just crazy. Yeah, cahoots. Yes. That is the greatest thing to come out of this entire fucking thing, dude, is the word cahoots back in action.
I feel like I'm at my Italian family's house again, all over again with that word cahoots. Because my grandmother uses that word. Just, he was in cahoots with the other one that was next door.
I am the only one at work that ever used the word cahoots until this happened.
They were in cahoots.
Everybody's used it.
Forget about it. But
also, I'm going to put a ticker up here. These are all the movies that the boycott includes.
Yep.
What the fuck?
Yep.
Well, Fast 9, who gives a shit?
Right. No Time to Die is the one that's the big one up there.
Yeah, the Candyman's on it too.
But here's my thoughts on it, though. It made Trolls made $100 million. Movie theaters make a third of what they made. Why doesn't Universal just sit down? Okay, let's go on ahead. Let's renegotiate this thing. You're already going to get we'll give you a third of what Trolls actually made, which is the same cut that we would have actually had if it was released in theaters. So therefore, you're not missing any money. We're not missing any money. We come out even on both ends. But if we don't do this and everything, we're going to be screwing up the whole entire box office as we know it, because we have to come up with some type of agreement to where we can come out even on this thing.
I think AMC's panicking. Because AMC
because they're $1 billion in the hole.
AMC was the first one to bitch. and AMC is getting ready to file bankruptcy if they already haven't.
Right.
And so the one that hurts the most is the one that bitches the most, and it's the loudest voice. And then Regal goes, "Oh yeah, you got a point." And then Universal goes, "Oh yeah, well you're in cahoots with NATO." And NATO's like, "Fuck you."
Well, get this though. Last night on Twitter, or the other night on Twitter, I think it was Friday night, Regal decided to go ahead and back out of the whole thing.
Oh, they did now.
Damn.
Yeah, Regal backed out of that whole entire situation. He goes, "No, we're not banning any movies from happening or anything like that. All movies are still going to be following that rule where we have to show it in 90 days, and then after that it goes into digital release. So you don't have to worry about anything happening with movies getting banned on our end." So the only one that's now bitching is just AMC now. So basically it's where you have two people. There's a bully in the playground, and then there's the people that surrounded that's actually trying to help, that is thinking about helping, but not sure if they should step in, which is Regal. And then we have AMC who's fighting against Universal. So Regal's probably like, you know what, should we go ahead and help them? Should we not help them? And then there's one person that's going to step in that circle where they're actually fighting. Like, you know what, I'm good. We don't need to fight and everything. This is, you guys just duke it out yourselves. But they could also be in cahoots.
Love that word.
Everyone's
Maybe
in cahoots.
Universal paid them.
Love that word.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to make a studio called Cahoots Media.
I would wear a T-shirt that says cahoots.
That'll be the next one that Attack Peter makes for SEN Live.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I just feel like, this whole entire thing's stupid during this whole entire event with the coronavirus. This is not something that you need to go on ahead and be bitching about.
Well, I mean, look at this list. Candyman.
Right.
It's
Like
gonna
I said,
crush. Halloween Kills. Maybe. No Time to Die. Gonna crush. Like, there's money on the table here, people.
In my mind, this is just an attempted power move. They're definitely gonna end up showing Universal movies, because what they're doing here is they're saying they already bitch because they don't make money. According to them, they don't make shit off of the movies, so they already bitch about that. So now they're really gonna go ahead and be like, screw you, we don't want any of the money that we would get from you. There's no way in hell that they would do that. It has to be a power move, and they're just hoping that Universal flinches first. I don't think they will, though.
No, it's because Universal knows that they hold the power because AMC's in the toilet right now.
Yeah.
But the way I see it is this. If they don't make a deal, the whole entire box office would be wobbly because of the fact they need that balance to balance everything out, especially in overseas box office and stuff like that. And for AMC to say, "Oh no, we're not going to go ahead and do that. We're going to ban every single Universal movie that's going to be coming out." You're bankrupt, dude. You're seriously bankrupt, and you're going to try and do this to movie theater, do this to the Universal Pictures.
Yeah.
And everything is $1 billion, $1 trillion company. Come on.
Yep. Bad move. It's not going to end up well for them.
Like I said, they just need to go on ahead. I'll go on ahead and give you a third of what we're going to make, because that's already what you're going to make anyways, because you only make stuff off the concession stands. So we're going to pretend that you're open, and so that we can sell one Coke to somebody and one bag of popcorn and maybe a hot dog too to go with that, and maybe a beer. So therefore, we're going to give you a third of what that is. We're going to go on ahead and give you that, since that's already guaranteed what you're going to be shoveling in already. And we're going to have our percentage for our PR team, our people that we have to pay at Universal, and everything else, and everybody comes out even. That's the only thing that I can think of that would actually shut this thing up. Is sit down, have a discussion. We know that we breached the contract. We know we screwed up. My bad, but we made $100 million off the trolls. We'll take a third of that and give it to y'all. What do you think?
I mean, makes sense to me.
Cool. Do it. Just stop bitching about stupid shit when there's real shit going on all around the world. That's all I care about.
Exactly. And like Chris said, though, there's actually the line that Frank Lucas says in American Gangster, where he says, "The loudest man in the room is the weakest man in the room."
Yeah.
Did you just spoil? You just spoiled that entire movie for me, dude.
Oh, how dare I!
That one line spoiled the whole thing, man.
I didn't mean to spoil that for you. I just go ahead and go back into my room and don't speak anymore. I'm so sorry. My bad, dude.
That should be the Motel
I'm
Geek
kidding.
voice.
Really? All right. It's a little bit of
You
Bobby
nail
Boucher, making it a little bit.
You nail it. So go with it.
All right.
No.
Okay, you continue with the news now.
Just
Mr.
like
Man.
Jay, I don't know if you have ever watched Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
No.
Okay, then you want.
I'm not big into anime.
John knows. I see the smile. John knows.
Yep.
Guru, Super Comic Guru. I can do it. I can do the voice. So I don't know. I was thinking about using that for Hotel Nerd, but I don't know. I think I might just keep my persona the way it is, just kind of amp it up a little bit.
You'd be like a loud Adam Sandler.
Yeah, basically make that my my Schmodown character.
Hell yeah.
Now we also got a little bit of John Wick news today.
Yeah. Yes.
It was delayed until May 2022, but now there is an official date. It is now May 27th, 2022.
Right.
So it's Memorial Day weekend, which is basically, they pushed it back a year. They pushed it back a year and a week.
Which makes sense because it gives it enough time for Matrix.
Jay, you still with us?
Am I back?
Yeah, there you are.
All right, cool. Cool.
You froze, scratching your neck. Yeah, basically. It should be a thumbnail on itself.
Right?
Yeah, dude, I just watched John Wick 3 today. Well, I'd started it a couple months ago and never finished it, and I finished it today, dude. That shit's so good. And I was surprised. It took, dude, I didn't even watch John Wick 1 until after 2 was out, just because I'm one of those where Keanu he's got that major cheesy factor, and I had never seen him in anything where he really shined, in my opinion. Then I watched John Wick, and I was like, dude, this is what he was born to fucking do. He's not talking, and he's a great fucking action star in those movies. But I love that shit.
I'm going to raise my hand here in a minute. I'm going to get kicked out of the hotel for this. I guarantee it. I haven't watched any John Wick movie.
Well, how dare you?
Holy shit.
Yeah, I got to get on that.
Man. Yeah, those are great.
And it was at that moment that the host was kicked out of the room and John took over the show.
Well, dude, I watch those movies and I'm like, why? Now, I'm not getting, okay, just when people get so crazy and bent out of shape about violence in movies, I've never once heard John Wick movie mentioned. And that shit is fucking brutal.
Wow. It is.
I mean, like, unbelievable. They're fist fighting with fucking guns, dude. You want
to know another one that I never heard anybody bitch about? You want to know another one I never heard anybody bitch about?
What's that?
The Belko Experiment.
I've never seen that.
That movie is brutal as shit. It's basically Battle Royale, but in a work
office
place.
Damn. Hell yeah.
Yeah. It's
and James
nasty.
Gunn directed that.
That sounds cool. What's it called again?
The Belko Experiment.
All right, I'm gonna have to check that out, man. Hell yeah.
It came out, what, John, 3 years ago?
About 3 years ago. I actually rented that on Redbox. It's also got what's his name from Guardians of the Galaxy that played Yondu. He was in it. Michael Roper. He was in it.
All right.
It's directed by James Gunn. And it's just about these people that work in this office area and everything. And pretty much they sign their whole entire life away when the thing goes on lockdown. Like, as soon as they apply for the job and everything, they already signed it off where if shit goes down in that building, they already know that they might not even make it out alive. So when the shutdown goes down, that's it.
Yeah. Damn. Sounds interesting.
It's brutal as hell.
Hell yeah, I'm going to have to check that out for sure.
Nobody bitches about it. Nobody. Sadly, nobody really talks about it either. And it's fucking masterclass.
But still, we were talking about, remember that library scene, Jay, and the third one?
Yes, holy shit. Dude, I will never look at a book the same way again. Holy fuck.
Right?
Dude, shit. Fuck books, dude. Fuck books. For real.
Fuck pencils, too.
Dude, yeah. Wick
Wick
uses shit as weapons you would never think about.
I said fuck pencils when the Dark Knight happened. The want to see a magic trick thing?
Yeah.
Want to see a magic trick? I'm going to make this pencil disappear.
Right. But no, John Wick makes the Joker look like a nice bedtime story you would tell your kids about. John Wick will give the kids nightmares because of what he did with the guy, what he did with the pencil to this guy. It was brutal.
Yep.
Daddy, what do you do for work? I kill people with books.
Dude, it's graphic as fuck. I mean, here we go.
They
talk about a graphic novel.
They actually did make John Wick comic books now.
Really?
Yeah, they spoiled that scene in the trailer, though.
Oh, did they?
Yeah,
because it shows him taking the book and like shoving it in the guy's eye socket or whatever.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, that's what I call checking out a book.
Yeah.
But there was also another scene with the whole entire ninja fight thing that happened like towards the end a little bit.
Yep.
That was brutal.
I'll be seeing you.
No, you won't.
Yeah, no, you won't.
Even though I have not seen the John Wick movies, I have subscribed to the theory that even though we don't understand the bullshit that happened between, and this is going back to the beginning of the show here, even though we don't understand bullshit that happened between the Matrix 2 and 3, we know the Matrix got rebooted at the end of 3. So the Matrix got rebooted, John Wick becomes the new Neo and doesn't know it and is wrecking shop. And then in the fourth movie, it's revealed that John Wick is the new Neo.
And Morpheus is in John Wick too.
Yeah, he is.
There you
in
go.
3 too.
Yep.
There you go.
And by the looks of the end of 3, he'll be in 4 as well.
Right. I thought he was a goner though in the third one, but the way they ended up doing it was just perfect.
Yep, good shit, man. I like those movies. Them John Wick movies, dude. They're pretty good.
You know what? I remember when I was dating someone, and I wanted to bring her to see John Wick, and get this: the movie advertisements was actually a day before it actually came out, so she didn't even see any of the trailers. I already knew the dog was going to die.
Oh.
So
Spoiler alert.
So that's actually the whole entire motivation to the first one. But anyways, she goes, "Oh, what's going to happen with the dog? His dog is so cute." And I'm like, this is not going to end well for me. I was like, this is not going to end well for me. I'm not going to have a second date. So
I was like, oh no.
She goes, her face was like this. He killed the dog. I know. It's okay though. This dog is still alive and everything. He's on the set still. Let's just keep on going with the movie. And then she didn't like how violent it was. I was like, here I am shoving popcorn in my face the whole time. And she was just devastated about it and everything. I was just like, you're not enjoying the movie?
Man. Yep. Well, that's her loss.
Yep. I love the John Wick movies.
Yep,
Matter of fact, I have a
shit.
John Wick. Matter of fact, man, I have a John Wick pop that comes with the little dog.
That's cool. Hell yeah.
Pitbull.
Fucking
I'm not a
A.
big pop collector unless something really stands out. And for me to have that pop of John Wick, I had to have it. So
I didn't tell anybody this, and I was going to keep it a secret until I got it. But I want to share it because it's too damn cool. I'm getting this 18 by 24, and it is going. I'll show you. It is going right where my Star Wars poster is right now. Right
Hell
where
yeah.
my finger is. And that sucker's going to hang there with pride.
even though you
Yes.
don't like Sir Buttonfuss.
Even though I don't like him, that's just too awesome of a picture.
The flirtin' flouse is in the house. The flirtin' flouse is in
How
the
much was that, by
house.
the way?
I ordered one of
$30
those too. I ordered the poster and I also ordered one of the t-shirts.
$30 for an 18 by 24 poster.
I'm gonna have to buy one.
So
I'm gonna buy
Yep.
I'm gonna buy the T-shirt.
Yep, the hoodies look pretty cool too, but I just bought a brand new hoodie this last winter, so I'm
I was
mad.
going to
Okay.
buy a phone case, but they only have them in iPhones. Like Christian and all of them are slacking. Not unless that's a Skybound thing. If that's the case, Skybound's slacking. So
Right.
actually, I think I'm going to keep that up there because that actually helped my lighting out a little bit. There. I don't look like I'm in the lair of the Emperor now. One with the Force you shall become. Sorry, a little bit of Emperor Yoda. I realized what I did there after I did it. Granted, Emperor Yoda would be badass. I'm sorry. Just throwing that out there. And if you're listening, Kathleen Kennedy, don't fuck it up. All right. So on to our next topic. I just have to bring this up because I watched this last night while it was airing. Bonnie Somerville got some serious love last night from Blue Bloods. She crushed the fuck out of the show. Like, her scenes were amazing. Like, I can't believe that's actually the same Bonnie that is on SEN Live. Because, no offense, Bonnie, all love. Seriously, all love, and this is going to sound harsh. You come off as an airhead on SEN Live.
Well.
Oh! No
He's
way!
about to go in here and go through my screen and go to your screen.
Oh man!
I love Bonnie. I
I
love
love
Bonnie.
Bonnie too. I do. It's just
But you called her an airhead.
oh my god! Like some of the, I just some of the stuff. That's all I gotta say. Some of the stuff.
She's in cahoots.
And I know that's a severe hot take, but she was amazing last night. Just seriously, like totally different person, total 180. She crushed the shit out of it.
Yeah, I can't
say enough of that. And I pray to God that they go and they take this story, because they kept it open-ended. They take the story and they make it more than one episode.
Sweet.
I would love that for her. I would love that for the show, because they introduced a whole new thing in the show last night that does a complete 180 on everything, and it goes all the way back to the first episode of the first season.
All right.
And it
I'm
just
gonna
totally
check that show out.
turns everything on its head.
I'm gonna have to
And
check
that's
the
hard to
show
do
out.
for a show that's as old as Blue Bloods. That's not easy to do.
Yeah. It's such a great show, too.
I haven't seen any of it, so I'm gonna have to check it out.
I
Do
have
they have
this
it on Hulu
entire
or anything?
season to binge still whenever it's over. So
I want to say next week is their finale. It's not their scheduled finale, but because of everything, I think next week is their finale. So, I mean, I know when people watch this, I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for the airhead comment, but I'm sorry. That's just how she comes off to me, and I just...
hey man, you're cool, man. On my show, I was talking about her, and not in a rude way, but my opinion of her on the show is that she seems like she's not really there. She just seems like she's not engaged, and she's not. She seems like she's somewhere else in her head.
She's like,
I love her to death, but just that's how she comes off to me on SEN.
Like she's on autopilot.
Yeah, and I don't mean anything. I don't mean anything against her at all. It's not meant as a negative comment. And if it's taken that way, I apologize. But it's not meant as a negative. It's just, that's the perception. And when I saw her on Blue Bloods last night, I actually found out that she was going to be on Blue Bloods 5 minutes before the show came on. Because she put something out on Twitter. And it's like, okay, now I'm even more invested. Granted, I'm invested in Blue Bloods anyhow because I love the show. I love the actors. I would love to be an extra on that show just to say that I was on that show. I don't even have to have a speaking role, just to show up on camera. Like, just to walk down the street. But with that, as soon as I saw her, it's like, okay, I'm expecting one thing out of her, and that's what I've seen of her on SEN Live. And then she's totally different. And it's like,
yeah,
holy shit. Like, okay. And then she came up a second time. I think she comes up 4 times last night.
Oh,
and every scene got better. Every scene.
it just goes to show you, like, actors and actresses knows how to separate themselves and become that character. To where it's no longer Bonnie, it's now this character that she's portraying.
Mm-hmm.
And so therefore that switch has to be adjusted to where it's that character only. And if she's able to do that switch, I give her props for that. Because it's hard to actually turn off your brain and say, okay, I'm no longer Bonnie anymore. I'm now Patricia, for example. But, but it's just great to actually see that level of acting from actors
And
and
it's great to
actresses
actually see it in real time. Because it's not like, oh, she was interviewed by Christian 8 months ago. She was just recently on SEN before this whole bit of the crisis happened. And turns out she was actually filming the show, at least the way I'm understanding it timeline-wise, because she had that whole bit where she had to go to New York City.
Yeah.
Right.
Apparently, if in my head, unless I'm completely wrong, that's when she filmed this episode. That's why she was gone for like a week. It makes sense. And
right, because remember that was also when Christian made that whole entire bit where she never shows up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's during that whole entire time, I think, whenever they made that bit about that.
Yeah.
And so with that, it's nice to see in real time the separation. Like, to see the wall. Like, here's Bonnie on SEN, but here's Bonnie on TV. It's nice to see that.
The transition. Yep.
Yeah. It's definitely a neat perspective. I mean, we see people get interviewed on the red carpet for movies all the time. But to actually be invested in somebody and something like SEN, like all of us are, and to have her on the show, no matter what our opinion of her is, whether negative, positive, whatever, and to see her crush the shit out of it on a TV show at the same time, That's all I gotta say.
Hell yeah.
Definitely, man.
Hell yeah.
I mean, take my opinion for what it is. It's not supposed to be negative. If it's taken negative, I apologize. Bonnie, if you take it negative, if you watch this, I apologize. It's not meant that way.
You're cool, man.
So just throwing that out there, because I know it's an extreme hot take. I know I'm going to catch a lot of shit for it. But that being said,
I don't think so, because if that was the case, a lot of people would have gave people shit for Josh McCouga and all the times that they busted his balls.
Well, the reason I say that,
busted a lot.
The reason I say that is because the same day we had, I think it was the same day we had the Twitter or the SEN Snowbot battle between me and Larry, is the same day that the bullshit happened where Christian went and pronounced the name wrong and everybody got on his ass.
Yeah.
Which was bullshit.
That was not right at all. It was just a mispronunciation, and they took it to a whole new extreme.
Yeah. Because I even stepped up to bat. I used one or two of my Schmobots and went to bat and told people, you know what? You don't like what he said, even though it was an accident, get the fuck out. Because we don't need it. And I think I said it exactly that way, too.
The way I see it is the true fans, which is who we are, knows Christian. We know how he is. We know how passionate he is about the show. He knows how much he cares about the fan community and how he wouldn't jeopardize saying something like that. Especially how much he cares about it.
Yeah.
Actually,
that was completely ridiculous. All of that was. I mean, and I don't know. Yeah, it was just ridiculous.
I mean, so
I think it was
that's what I mean. Like, that's why I'm making it clear that it wasn't meant as a negative. I mean, granted, Jay, your reaction is hilarious, but and I wasn't doing it for the reaction bit, but. I
thought he was going to come through my screen to get to your screen.
It's kind of what it looked like. But with that, it's just I have to be honest. If I'm nothing, I'm honest. I call it as I see it. Love it, hate it, in between it. I don't care. But at the same time, I'm not meaning it with malice.
Right.
Yeah.
If I mean it with malice, you'll know it. But that's very few and far between. So that's why I'm making it clear, because I know eventually in the comments down the line, years from now, I'm going to have some idiot that's going to start a fucking flame war just because they're bored. So,
dude, don't sweat it. I say shit every fucking day that people are like, what? It's all good, man. It's all good. People are just really sensitive these days and just looking for shit to get pissed. Fucking stupid people, man. Fuck people. Yeah. Unless I know you and unless I know you and unless I like you, get out of here.
Well, you must like us because this is your second time on the show. So
damn right, man.
And we are officially breaking our record for the longest show right now. We are a minute 23:19. I think the record is a minute 24 and change, or an hour 24 and change. So, but so we have a little bit of gaming news, and we have two dates that were announced by Sony. The one is actually an update to a story we did a couple weeks ago. John and I did. But the first one is The Last of Us. There's actually two parts to this story, by the way. The Last of Us Part 2, no pun intended, was pushed up to the 19th of June. Which is, like, what the fuck? Because we were hearing that it was being delayed.
Right.
For whatever reason, it's pushed to the 19th of June. So take that as a good sign or take that as a bad sign. If I was a betting man, I'm probably going to say that's a bad sign.
God knows how many bugs is going to be in that thing.
What's that?
I said, God knows how many bugs is going to be in that game.
That's kind of where my brain went to. And I didn't read any of them, but I bet apparently one or two people that work for the studio went and spoiled the entire game.
What the fuck?
The whole thing is out there on the internet, and they tracked it down. They tracked down who did it. So,
not cool, Ted. Not
safe
cool.
Safe to say, they ain't working in the video game industry anymore. And a lot of it is because they're the studio that's making The Last of Us video game series is said to be treating their employees really, really bad. And this is basically their way of saying, fuck you, we're going to get even with you. And judging from what I'm hearing, people's opinions of the leaks, if they hold true, this game is going to be horrible.
And you see, I love The Last of Us for the PlayStation for the remastered, because that's what I got when I got my PS4.
Mm-hmm.
I love playing that game when I first got it and everything. I thought the storyline was really great. And then it's also told in between the perspective of the girl that's actually with Joe. I love that whole entire scenario too, where you actually have perspectives from both characters in the video game, and you get to play as the girl going on that journey as well in one of the chapters. And I love the back and forth between her and Joe, because it almost feels like that they are actually father and daughter, even though they just ran into each other on the streets. And I love that, and it connects with you really well. I thought the gameplay was really smooth, really great to actually play. And it made me excited to see a part 2, but now with this whole entire thing of how fast it's releasing, my anticipation's actually dropped. And I've been playing the same game for like 3 years, which is Dead by Daylight. I've been playing that game for like 3 years because of all the different things that they do. So I haven't even had a chance to even play any other game because I can't afford it.
Yeah, well, that, and considering that everything got leaked and the reaction to, if it holds true, is that it's horrible. It definitely makes me take a pause. Yeah, I was thinking about getting it. It's like, then I saw that. I was like, don't think I want to do that. Jay, I don't know. Do you play games or no?
No, not really, man. I've got a PS4 and I've got a few games, but it's been a long time since I've played them. But I don't know, man. I prefer surfing the internet and watching short videos on YouTube and shit like that. So
another game, and this is the story update that got pushed. Is Ghost of Tsushima is pushed up to July 17th of this year. It was very heavily rumored that this was going to get pushed back to next year.
I remember us talking about that.
This is coming in July. So, very interesting. It's kind of got me pushing the pause button on this one, too. As much as I want to play it, it's got me pushing the pause.
I'm going to have to see some gameplay before I actually make my decision. And also what other people think.
What's the plot of this game? Like, what do you... As
far as I know, nobody really knows. It's samurais in feudal Japan.
Right on.
That's pretty much what we've been given.
Is Tom Cruise in it?
And a little bit of breaking news, Assassin's Creed, what was it, yesterday or the day before, went and threw out a trailer, and the new Assassin's Creed game is coming to Xbox Series X and PS5. And that game, if what we've seen in the trailer, it holds true for the game, holy shit. It looks like you're playing people. Like, it looks like you are taking a movie, putting it on a video game, and you're playing the characters from the movie.
Wow.
It is that crystal clear. It is insane. It's called Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Look that trailer up, Jay. I want your reaction out of this. Look that trailer up when you get the second.
Oh, right now?
No, it doesn't have to be right now.
Oh,
all right.
Cool.
If you want to do it live, fine. We'll just keep talking while you're watching it. Yeah, there's a 4-minute trailer.
To be honest with you, man, I haven't seen it either. I haven't seen the trailer for it yet.
Hang on, I might even be able to do it. Let me see if I can do it here. Let me pull it up here real quick.
But is that gonna make YouTube yank it down though? That's the thing.
Yeah, that's a good point. What I'll do is I'll pull up a screenshot of it when I get to a really good part. Let's see here. Gotta find. First off, okay. Let's do this. Screen share. Take a look at how picturesque that is.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that looks nice.
That's smooth. That's clean right there. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that
Yeah, it
looks
looks pretty good.
badass.
Yeah.
Like I can't wait for this to happen. Like if it looks like this, it looks just epic as shit.
Oh, wow. Damn. Vikings would be cool too. So yeah.
Yep. And Odin apparently is going to be in it, and
damn,
there's another good shot.
That's crazy. It's amazing what they can do with video games these days, man.
Yeah, it really is. I'm trying to get a shot of Odin here if I can get it. Right there he was. Right there.
Oh, damn.
That looks really
pretty
good.
fucking cool.
Yeah. It looks breathtaking, to say the least.
Hell yeah.
So that'll be a very interesting game to come out, and I got a feeling that's going to be a launch title. It has to be a launch title because they're promoting it as Holiday 2020, and that's how they're promoting the consoles.
Damn. Yeah, I might have checked it. Well, wait, what is that coming out on? Is it only Xbox?
Xbox Series X and PS5.
But not PS4.
Nope, it's going to be next generation exclusive.
Fucking bastards.
I'm gonna pay another $500.
At least that's my understanding.
I just got PS4 last year for the first time, so shit.
But yeah, so that was a nice little surprise that they gave us for Assassin's Creed. And I'll be honest, I checked out Assassin's Creed a long time ago, and this actually has me wanting to get back in.
Yeah, I haven't played any Assassin's Creed games after the third one. I was done after the third one.
That's pretty much when I checked out, honestly. I played Black Flag, but I didn't like it.
You see, I never played Black Flag or anything like that. I pretty much clocked out after the third one. I was like, okay, I'm done. But it wasn't the fact that the plot was, hold on.
Roller coaster. Throw your hands up in the air.
My tablet decided to go ahead and faint after the fact that I didn't like the game. But I mean, here's the thing: it's not the fact that I didn't like it or anything like that. It's just that I was like, okay, I played this game. I played Deadman all the way through the first 3 chapters. I didn't feel like I needed to play this game anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was ready for them to introduce another character.
Well,
and that's just how I felt about it.
Desmond dies at 3, doesn't he? He dies at the end of 3.
To be honest with you, I don't even remember the ending.
I want to say Desmond dies at the end of 3 because I don't remember Desmond being in Black Flag.
Okay, well, I don't know because like I said,
that's pretty much where I checked out. It's like, oh, you actually did kill him off? It's like, fuck it, I'm done.
Well, I would have been okay with them if they let him live and be like, okay, we're going to go on ahead and focus on somebody else instead of killing him. You know, because he's actually one of my favorite characters out of the Assassin's Creed games. It's just that I felt like that they've done all they could do with that character.
Mm-hmm.
And then if they wanted to, they can introduce him into another part of the Assassin's Creed franchise if they wanted to, and do it that way.
All right.
I've watched people play Assassin's Creed.
Nice little awkward pause break there.
Awkward moment.
Yeah, y'all played it. It's like I've watched people.
I don't know. Sometimes I just prefer watching other people play games.
Yeah. I get a kick. I love people watching me play.
Like that, having a wingman that like you that watches the game is like, well, have you tried this yet? You know, like when you had the puzzles for the assassin tombs and whatnot. It's like, okay, I tried this, and then I'm gonna rip my hair out. And then you come along, it's like, have you tried this? And you try it and it works. Like, you son of a bitch! Like, where were you 5 minutes ago?
Yep.
And Kim used to do that to me all the time. Especially the Batman games, the Arkham games. I would be trying to get the riddles, and she'd be like, "Well, did you try that?" I do. I was like, "Where the fuck were you 10 minutes ago when I was trying to do this the first time?" Well, I was watching. I just figured that you would figure it out.
Yep.
God love her, rest in peace. Anyhow, moving on to the next topic. Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 is confirmed to already be in development, which is amazing news for somebody like me who's already played Part 1 and crushed the shit out of it. And do plan on playing it again, a second time on hard mode. So,
Final Fantasy is a game that you find on Pornhub, right?
No, wrong Final Fantasy.
Oh, right on.
No, there was actually, get this, there was a Tory Lane one that I saw with Final Fantasy that was actually pretty good. It was Final Fantasy 8.
Final Fantasy 7 fucked to death.
You know, one of my friends in high school and I, we used to have this thing where it was
maybe
like,
that's a Kate Parker. Maybe that's a Kate Parker movie. We need to get Kate Parker's agent on the phone.
Dude, I was sitting. Yeah, okay. A couple days ago, I'm sitting there. I'm like, dude, Kay Parker. Who the fuck is Kay Parker? So I Google Kay Parker, and I see it's an old porn star. And I'm like, okay, well, I can't let this shit end here. I've got to see what the fuck's going on. So I went to Pornhub, Kay Parker. Guys, if you're curious, just let it go. Don't go there. Just let it go, guys. Let it go. It's okay.
You know what's funny? I thought she was related to Peter Parker. I didn't even bother.
Oh, shit. Poor Peter Parker.
Oh, I just about passed out there.
I thought it might be a long distance cousin or something.
Dude, when I was in you said that when I was in high school, and I would hang out with my friends. It'd be late at night, and you get those commercials that come on with the hot girls in skimpy clothes for the phone line stuff. You know, those commercials.
Yeah, I remember those.
Those would come on, and I would sit there with people I didn't know, and I would sit there and go, "Dude, that's my cousin." And then they just kind of, look at me, and I did. Dude, that's my fucking cousin, and it was great, dude. I did that
with a lot of my friends though too. I was like, wait, is she a brunette? Kind of, had a little bit of a shape to her and everything. Yeah, that's her. That's my sister.
Here's that picture I was telling you about.
So basically, the entire experience in error there is a make picture. Can I? I would love to have that as my background.
That's great. That's great.
Well, it's on my Twitter, so if you want to steal it, you're welcome to.
Okay, I'll steal it from you later.
Yeah, I saw that as like, yep, that pretty much sums up 2020 in a nutshell.
Hell yeah.
But I did
But
watch.
yeah, that makes me
all
very
three of
happy
those
to know that Final Fantasy VII Part 2 is being made already. That makes me beyond happy. I think I'm not the only one that didn't realize that it was already being made. Like, we knew it was coming. We just didn't think that they were actually actively doing it yet.
Right.
So just gotta wait. Hopefully it doesn't take 5 years like the part 1 did. And they better not tease the shit out of us like they did for part 1. Because I remember when they were playing Final Fantasy VII music at E3, and everybody's like, "Yeah, Final Fantasy VII's getting remade," blah blah blah, and this because everything was at that point was getting remade, and they're like, "Final Fantasy VII, the original, coming to PS4 today." It's like, you motherfuckers!
You keep saying all kinds of suggestive shit, dude. Final Fantasy coming. I mean, all kinds of stuff, dude. I'm
Right.
just saying. My mind, somebody needs to pull me out of the fucking gutter, dude.
But yeah, so we'll see. Unfortunately, no E3 this year, just like no other big cons or how Little League got canceled. So the first time in 74 years that the first time it's ever been canceled is this year.
Did they cancel Disney Celebration already?
Not yet.
Yeah.
Now unless you know something I don't know, John.
No, they as far as I know, they didn't. I know that we still have Star Wars Celebration still.
Yeah, I think that's what he's talking about. I don't think.
Or not Disney Star Wars Celebration.
They're doing a virtual reality kind of thing where you can actually view it on your computer and stuff like that, and doing like a virtual tour,
right on
thing. And we can actually have the news and stuff like that being shot live and stuff like that. So that's what they're doing right now.
Sweet.
Hey, that's fine. Even if they want to put a paywall up and have you spend a couple of bucks to be able to get to conferences and whatnot, I'm cool with that. So they can make a little bit of revenue doing it. So, which I'm sure is probably what Disney's model is going to be.
Right.
And speaking of Star Wars, new Battlefront game was announced by DICE for 2021, which is just awesome. Yeah, I can't wait because I love Battlefront 2. I didn't like the multiplayer, but I did like the story mode. So I'm hoping that Battlefront 3 has story mode and it goes. Let's go beyond episode 9. Let's not stay where we're comfortable. Let's go out of our comfort zone and let's go beyond the fall of the First Order and the fall of the Emperor again. And let's explore beyond Rey and beyond Kylo. We don't necessarily even have to stay in the same galaxy for all I give a damn. Let's do something different. Let's spice it up a little bit. Because if you can test it, they're talking about it, about wanting to branch out. Let's test it in a video game. If it works well in a video game, then we know it'll work in a movie. It'll work well on a TV show. Let's do that. Let's go to the unknown regions. We're already there in 9. Let's do it again. Let's go to Thrawn's planet. There's things that we can do. If you want to stay remotely in the basket of what you built, go to Thrawn's planet. Go to the unknown regions.
I actually do have Battlefront 2.
Let's see, I checked out on that after I played the storyline, and then when I found out that they were doing the what the fuck were they calling them? Microtransactions. The microtransactions, it's like, no, I'm out.
Only played the first one, and that was the online game thing. And then after that, I was like, yeah, I'm done. I don't need to go on ahead and buy the second one. And I didn't even try.
Battlefront 2 was actually really good. It was a nice bridge between episodes 7 and 8.
Okay.
Because where episode 8 begins is where the game ends. Literally shot for shot.
Nice. So I never got that far, but nice.
Also, they announced that Battlefront's 2 latest update, Battle of Scarif, will be its last update. So they're no longer they're still going to support Battlefront 2, but they're no longer going to be adding things to it. So, just a little Star Wars news to throw in there. It just happened to flow pretty well with what was just asked. So, good segue, Jay. That's going to be your new nickname now, Segway Jay.
Cool. Whatever, man. I've been called a lot worse.
All right. So we're pushing 2 hours. Do we want to do the reviews or do we want to wait?
I can wait on that, though, to be honest. Because I'm still trying to put in my order. Here's the thing with my bad boy stuff. I'm still trying to decide on what order I actually want to actually put them in. So I just need a little bit more time to build on it because I did binge all 3 of those movies.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you want to kind of marinate on that a little bit longer, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, let me marinate on it and cook it a little bit, and it should come out fresh next weekend. So.
Hell yeah.
I was waiting for a couple of inappropriate remarks there from Jay.
I'm trying to be tame. It's not my show, and I'm not sure exactly where the line is. No one showed it to me yet, so I'm just trying to make sure I don't cross it too much. I was kind of wondering when. Never mind. I'm not going to repeat it. It just occurred to me. If I'm wondering this one thing I said, I should probably just not repeat it. So.
Oh, so what you're saying is it's kind of like them reading comments on SEN Live. If it's too bad for them to read, it's too bad.
Yeah, something like that.
All right. Well, before we get to our binge watches this week, being that's been a segment that we've been doing during the crisis, being that everything's gone on hiatus early, I have another announcement to make. 4 additions to the Hotel Nerd family. If you've been following me on Facebook and Twitter, you have already seen this picture.
Yep.
4
Aww.
That's cute.
And they were born Tuesday night about 12:30 in the morning. I got home at midnight and was greeted with the birth of 4 little babies upon getting ready for bed. So
that's sweet. I like kittens.
Honestly, show me one person that don't.
True.
I know some people.
For some reason, that's in. I don't know what's going on here. Sorry, guys. My computer decided to wig out. There we go. Got it back. And now, also, if you've been following me on Twitter and Facebook, I'm looking for a name for this little guy. He is the only boy out of the litter, and I'm keeping him. Because my big boy, unfortunately, he's getting up there in age, and so it's a matter of time before I lose my big boy. So, gonna have grouchy pop dip go and teach this little guy the ropes.
Hell yeah!
But couple of names that were given to me, and the one I'm in love with right now is Gandalf. I love the name Gandalf for him because of having the white paws, the gray that goes into the white. Gandalf the Grey turns into Gandalf the White.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that too.
Another one, and I feel that this is a name for a dog more than it is for a cat, is Vader. That sounds more like a dog's name, like a Rottweiler's name. And another one that I came up with myself is Griffin, which is a deep cut from DC Comics. So if you know the name Griffin Grey from The Flash, that's the deep cut for that. So,
but
a couple little additions to the family.
Hell yeah, man.
So, not to kind of kill the flow of the show, just
nah, you're good.
Just made me hungry.
For names.
You're just showing off your
name
pussies.
recommendations.
Okay.
So unfortunately, people that watch this, you're gonna watch this on audio. How the hell do you watch audio? People that listen to this on audio aren't going to see the pictures that I just put up. So if you want, that gives you more incentive to go and look at us on YouTube. And when you do, like and subscribe, and also follow me on Twitter at hotel_nerd86, and you'll see pictures of the cute little kittens as they grow up. So that's my shameless plug and my ploy to get you to like my material.
Hell yeah.
If I'm doing a shitty job hosting, that's how I'm going to get you. I'm going to lock you in with kittens.
Nah, you're doing good though. Seriously. But I am gonna have to get going though. I don't mean to cut you got short or anything like that. I've got to be up early in the morning.
All right. So, well, you want to hit your binge real quick while we'll get you out of here?
Well, the only thing I watched was Extraction, and that was it. And Bad Boys, the Bad Boys series, movies and everything. So,
okay.
Oh yeah.
I got to watch Thor kick some ass like John Wick. So,
Yep.
That's basically how I reviewed it for my podcast. I said, if you think about it, it's kind of like Thor decided to go on ahead, join the army after Endgame, and go on ahead and go on this journey to get this guy, this
Lost
kid,
all that weight.
and protect him, and then also go off in a John Wick adventure and protecting him, killing people in a John Wick way fashion.
Yep.
Yeah, and next week, while you're still here, make the announcement now. I was going to wait till the very end of the show. We are pre-taping Thursday, so any news that comes out Friday or Thursday, Friday and Saturday next week, if we don't hit it, that's why. Because we're pre-taping next Thursday night, because I have to work next Saturday night. Hence, what also screwed us up for your show, the SEN After Live, unfortunately. So, wonderful, wonderful work. Pay the bills. So, John, have a good night. Did not mean to keep you up this late. I was not planning on this being a 2-hour show, but we basically
went down you're good. I enjoy. To be honest with you, man, if it was any earlier or whatever, I would actually stick around. And if I didn't have to be up early tomorrow morning, I would actually stick around. I did enjoy this, having the 2-hour mark and everything. That is just great. I feel like we actually hit a lot that we needed to hit, but at the same time, I also like goofing off too. So it actually fit my ADD schedule as well. So
we hit your quota, right?
So anyway, I hope you guys have a good night, and of course everyone else, I hope you guys enjoy the show, and peace out.
Hey, have a good night.
You too, man. Bye.
All right, Jay, we'll finish out with you and me here talking about our binge watches. You've been saying that you've been watching random 70s and 80s material. Care to elaborate?
Oh, dude, I've been watching a bunch of
stuff.
Not that stuff. I just been watching a bunch of old 70s and 80s horrors, mostly like Sleepaway Camp Part 2 I'm in the middle of. What else? shit, dude. What surf Nazis must die or kill surf Nazis or something, I think is one I started watching but wasn't able to finish that. But I've just been going back to the old, really, really cheesy horror films, and I've been loving it, dude. It's a really good time.
All right. Yeah, really haven't gone old school material yet. So mine, I've actually been watching off the DVR, is The Good Doctor. And The Good Doctor actually hits a special place for me because I have two autistic boys here at home. So, and I love anything that deals with putting autism on the main stage.
Yeah,
I'm in for, because it needs to be put out there. It
yeah.
needs to be made aware of. And a lot of the things that they're hitting here in the second season are things that I'm starting to see with my oldest, because he's actually going to be a teenager next week. So I will officially have a teenager in the house. God help me. The points in life where you realize that you're starting to get old.
Dude, I just had my 41st birthday last Monday, so trust me, I know that. I know that feeling.
Yeah, so I mean, again, like I said, with The Good Doctor, it puts him center stage with autism and being a doctor, and showing that just because you have autism doesn't mean that you have to sit back and let the world run you over, basically. And it's doing a great job representing. Thoroughly appreciate the show. Love Richard Schiff in it. Uh, Anybody that watched The West Wings knows Richard Schiff as Toby.
Yep.
And his mannerisms in The Good Doctor are just the same as it is in The West Wing. His irritability, his grouchiness, his quick wit, it's all there. So
Cool.
you like him as an actor, this show right up your alley. And he was also in NCIS. I actually forgot this. I binge watched NCIS, and he actually played a terrorist in NCIS.
Damn.
So
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's the one. I don't know if you've ever watched NCIS, but he's the one that blew up the Navy Yard.
I have seen the show, but I don't remember specifics. But I've seen that, and he was also in Ballers, the HBO show with The Rock.
Haven't watched that yet, but I do plan on watching it when HBO Max launches.
Yeah, it's a pretty good show. I liked it.
I would have watched it on HBO Go, but I've never had any luck with that app. I hate how that app's set up, so I'm hoping that HBO Max is set up a hell of a lot better. Because I plan on binging the shit out of Ballers. I plan on binging the shit out of Westworld, and binging the shit out of Game of Thrones. Even though everybody says the last season sucked ass, I'm planning on suffering through the last season as well. I'm gonna go with it. So
yeah, I enjoyed Game of Thrones. Yep.
I mean, you all went through hell as it happened. I'm going to go through hell and watch it at my own pace. So
I don't think it was as bad as what people made it out. It wasn't as bad as what people made it out to be, man. I don't think so, at least.
All right, so we're pushing the 2-hour mark. We are officially well beyond our record. And I believe that both records are held by episodes that you were part of. So thank you very much. Great.
We can blame me. I had a thought, and it's gone. So, dude, that happens to me every single day of my life.
You know, instead of having a Schmobot interrupting me and me losing my thought because of a Schmobot, like what happened to Christian this past week, I kind of did it myself. So, all right. So, I'll let you have the floor first. Get your plugs out there.
Thank you. Yeah, if y'all want to follow me on the Twitter, you can do so at JWade1134. That is the letter JWADE 1134. I host a show on Merc with a Movie blog feed you can find on Anchor or whatever, called SEN After Live. It's an after show for SEN Live. And we should be launching our YouTube channel for that here this weekend. And on our episode that we just recorded last night, I'll put this out there. We had Kelsey Kirkland from Call to Action was my guest co-host, and it was really fun. And next week we have it just flew out of my head. I was going to say who we got next week, but it just went out of my head. So yeah, but yeah, y'all can follow me on the Twitter where I said
it was supposed to be us, but unfortunately,
That's right. It was in your stead. We got great fucking guests in your stead, dude. You're gonna be proud. We got Mike Kalinowski and Shannon will be on, and David B will be guest co-host with me. So that's right. That's what we got going on next week.
All right, and as you see at the banner, I got your information down there.
Thank you very much.
Not a problem. Anything to help.
Hell yeah.
You're basically an honorary co-host at this point.
Sounds good to me.
And for me as well, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Also follow me at Hotel Nerd or Hotel_Nerd86. I always forget the underscore. I hate that I had to put that, but I had to put it. Also, Hotel Nerd Facebook group and a Hotel Nerd Network Facebook page, which John and I run together now as of a couple weeks ago. So, John, I know you left already. You're probably in bed, not watching, but kudos to you. While I'm working, you're busting ass, putting material out there on that page. Greatly appreciated. Yeah, I mean, other than that, already made the announcement about the pre-tape next Thursday night because of the work schedule. Jay, correct me if I'm wrong. Are you part of the Harry Potter podcast?
No, I was a guest on an episode for the Chamber of Secrets. Or wait, is Chamber of Secrets the first one, or is it the Stone?
That the first one's Stone, second one's Secrets.
All right, yeah, Chamber of Secrets was the one I was guest on. But no, that's our guy Sean and Kaylin and Sarah.
All right, because
on show, just not one I'm on a host on. So,
as far as I'm understanding, because I was in contact, because I went and I saw that they posted a video about Harry Potter. Or not a video about their podcast for Harry Potter. And I went and I said I would love to be on because I love Harry Potter. I just did the house quiz, like which house you're in. I'm a Hufflepuff. I always thought I was a Gryffindor. Apparently I'm a Hufflepuff. So I'm gonna wear that with pride. It's not Slytherin. Just saying. No knock on any Slytherins out there, but you know.
I'm self-proclaimed Slytherin. I've not taken the tests or anything. If you ask me, I'm like, I'll claim Slytherin. Cool, bring it on.
Hey, I'm proud of Hufflepuff. If I remember correctly, it wasn't Hufflepuff the cunning one. Ravenclaw was the intelligence. Hufflepuff cunning. Gryffindor's bravery. Slytherins were all the nasty goes.
I honestly can't remember, to be honest.
I don't know. I have to crack out my my first book because they go into detail which house is what. But if I remember correctly, Hufflepuff was cunning. And if you want to call me cunning, great. I'll take it. I'll take the compliment. But no, if all holds true, as of right now, and I might be premature in announcing this, and if I am, I apologize to the host. The 16th looks like I might be on that episode.
Cool.
So
yeah, they're fun people.
I know I don't work that day. I know that.
Awesome.
I tried to lock that day in with you and I couldn't do it.
Yeah. We'll get you back on for sure. We'll
It's
get you
fine.
rescheduled.
But yeah, so I get to nerd out on Harry Potter a little bit. So
Yeah, that's a fun show.
but yeah, when the poster comes, I will make a special video and I'll put it up on the channel because that poster's going to be badass and it's going to be hanging right there beside the lightsabers, right
Hell
there
yeah.
where the fan is. So I'm going to have to move that fan because I don't want to like put that in the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, that poster's going to be badass. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Going to hang that with pride. Even though I cannot stand Flirt and Flouse or whatever the fuck his name is.
Say Flirt and Flouse.
So Flirt and go fuck yourself.
Oh man.
I know I'm going to catch heat for that one.
We're all entitled to our opinions, man. It's all good.
But yeah, I mean, again, thanks for a great show.
Yeah.
2 hours, 5 minutes plus.
It was
It was
fun.
great.
Thanks.
I wasn't planning on it going this long. Pushing midnight my time, so
Yep.
Great time. Great talk.
Hell yeah. Thanks. Thanks again for
We'll
having me.
get you on again. We'll eventually get on your show. Who knows? Maybe we'll be one of the first ones on your YouTube channel. So
Maybe.
we'll see. We'll see if we can't work some magic on that one. But yeah, have a good night. Enjoy.
Hell yeah.